Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah, yeah, yeah. See, if you believe in the God in you, it's a better place. Creating the force and the power to live a better life. Just know that love and joy and peace is one in all of the same space. That you were chosen just like God. Can mine the energy? Can mine? How can mine your energy? That's right. How can mine say? Only you can make the change. How can mine shine your energy? How can mine shine so bright from darkness to light? Hey, hey, hey. From darkness to light. Yeah. And you'll find your way out. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it won't seem way out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The power of God will flow through you from way out.
Welcome. This is Alchemizing Energy. I'm your host, DJ Genesis. And today we are going to talk about the similarities of Blueface and Nature Boy. I believe that that he is just a reincarnation, the narcissism. And I wanted to I went on a panel earlier today where we talked about that exact thing. I believe that I don't know if he saw some Nature Boy content from back then. This whole pimp and hoe, like whatever narcissistic behavior, but I believe that he is just a reincarnation of a Nature Boy. That's what I think about Blueface. But let's get into the conversation that I had a little bit earlier today. Shouts out to the clique. Shouts out to BBW for this conversation that we had, because I think much needed to be said. And a little bit later on, we're gonna get into Oshay Duke Jackson, because I feel like he need to be dealt with as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like the fact that he's always talking bad about Pan-Africanism, but yet he lives in Africa and everything like that, gets his money from Africa, but yet like he's staying there, but he wants to talk bad about FBA, but then claim FBA. But let's get into this conversation we had right here. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Some Sean just said, I love
Hey,
your
can you hear me?
New York accent. I'm Jersey, but live. Oh, I love you.
Oh, I'm not coming on. I'm gonna talk way too much crap.
All right, come on, talk your crap. Let's go. What's up?
You just gonna hey.
So wait, who's DJ Genesis? You talking?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you gotta talk, girl. Talk your shit.
Well, no, I was giving her the floor because show this thumbnail. And he is the new Nature Boy.
Okay, can you hear me, DJ? I would love to hear.
Yeah, I can hear you. I want to show y'all something. I said I'm about to do a live stream, and listen, I made a thumbnail. I said, look, show this thumbnail. I said, is Blueface the new Nature Boy?
Right? Wait, let me put it to the screen. Hold on.
I said, listen, he is the new Nature Boy.
And you know what's crazy? I said this the other day. I'm like, you know what's crazy? He really is starting to become the new Nature Boy. Like,
I think that Nevaeh is like looking like Velvet. I think. Well, no, is Nevaeh Velvet, or is Chrisean Velvet, and then Nevaeh is Malia. You know what I'm saying?
Nevaeh is. Yeah, I think Nevaeh is Malia. I mean, no. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Nevaeh is Malia, and Chrisean is definitely Velvet, because Velvet kept coming back and forth when it came.
If Malia would have had his child, if she could have, because she got sick.
Mhm.
If she would have been able to get pregnant, honey, that's Malia. And if they were not, I think he probably would have had like a whole fight between them two. The only thing would have been missing is the ocean.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
If she wasn't pregnant, honey, I think Blueface would have orchestrated a fight and been just like Nature Boy on some like, you know, fight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because you want to know something. Remember what he said. Let me add somebody else to the stage. Hey D, remember what he said to Nevaeh? He said, "What, you want to go over there and fight her?" When he said that, I'm like, "Yo, why would you tell her that? You know she pregnant." And Nevaeh was like, "I'm pregnant as hell." But I feel like he would let them fight. I really feel like he would definitely let Rock and Nevaeh fight, and we're gonna see once she give birth. That's what
he don't care nothing about that baby. Whatever that baby, he didn't care about the other baby. He don't care about the baby. He only care about the baby that Jaidyn got.
Yep.
The two that the other ones is like open for the picking. He don't care about them babies.
Exactly.
And I think he also got split personality because 1 minute he on the thing talking to Whack like these people need to blah, 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 and then he get in front of her. I mean, like complete narcissist on a whole nother level of like, I mean, malignant narcissist.
Exactly.
Like how you and then the thing is that the damn mics are picking up everything they saying in the background, and I'm like, bro, you don't understand that the mics are picking up what you saying, sir.
And I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares. I think he'd be so full of himself in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I think that he'd be so full of himself in the moment to the point where it's just like he just be like popping his stuff and just don't care. And I just feel like Blueface knows. I just feel like he definitely knows what he's doing. Like, you understand what I'm saying? He just don't be caring. And then remember, if y'all paid attention yesterday, somebody said drugs.
Yeah.
So y'all really
what she say? She said you look like yesterday. You had the same outfit on as yesterday. Came to the house like yesterday. Didn't even shower. Didn't even take a whole bath. It just threw some new clothes on, and probably smelled like alcohol and weed and everything else. Whatever they be doing.
I wouldn't even want to know what his private smell like, because he had the same drawers that he had on from that Nevaeh picked out the day before yesterday. Embarrassing.
And be looking his booty too. And you gonna lick a person booty and then say he got like skid row in the drawers?
Oh my God, yes, she did say that. She said, "I wash your drawers." That's what she.
I'm sorry, I was talking. Listen, welcome to the panel, Trinity. What do you think? I think that we're looking at Nature Boy time part 2. What do you think?
Hi, how you doing? My name is Trinity Time Travels. What I think is that what we see is basically the early stages of YP. You know, if we all remember, all of these guys are kind of connected in a way, i.e.,
like Young Fairy. You mean Young P? Okay, YP.
Yeah. So basically, if we kind of go back in time, we notice that all these guys have a timeline in their transitional period. And the transitional period, they start off, starting off with like some sort of strong community connection, right? So with Blueface, we have the gangbanging connection where, okay, he's trying to pretend as though he has the community on lock with the gangbanging. With YP, he tries to pretend like he has a community on lock with the whole
Egyptian whatever.
No, Black woman is God type of thing, right?
Oh, Black woman is Yep. I forgot about that. He did. Yeah. They all have a gimmick.
And right, yeah, it's a gimmick. And then with Nature Boy, he started off kind of like hobbying off of YP, but he kind of switched it in his own way. And then he had his own little gimmick. So they all start off with the gimmick that they're pulling from the community of what they think, okay, what can I sell? What's in demand? What do I have? What can I cling to? So they all start off with this strong community connection type of thing. And then immediately they go into opposition mode. So what does that mean? Once they gather a community based on like, okay, whatever that gimmick is, right? Then they start to be oppositionary to whatever's around that community. So if you see YP, he started to go once he gathered the Black Woman is God community, he started to go after the Black community with the Black Woman is God rhetoric, right? YP, once he gathered the whole the community of health Sabi type of foolishness and this and
Nature
that.
Boy, yeah, right. He did have that whole take the potato, the B6 diet.
yes, you got it.
Right.
It's a gimmick. It's really what I've recognized. It's a war strategy. And so once he get that gimmick and he gets people rallied around him, then he goes after your surroundings to isolate you. See? And then with this Blueface character, it's the same thing, just a more modern way, right? He goes after the gang community. Okay, you notice how he claims he's Crip, but he kind of goes back and forth, and he get, and then he's also trying to like be in the community, but being oppositional to the community at the same time, acting as though he's some sort of leader in the community. So this is how these people who they really don't have a real stronghold, but what they do is they use it's like code words. Like me, if I go outside, rape, you're gonna follow behind me, right? Because you don't like rape. Or predator, he's a child pedophile. You're gonna rally behind me because you don't like child pedophiles, right? And then I use you to basically rage war against everyone around you, and that's to isolate your community. It's a war strategy. And I noticed that these cult leaders or these gang bangers or these criminals, that's what they're doing. And they don't want us to see it.
And they all have gang ties when you think about it. Hold on.
Criminal.
Nature Boy had gang
criminal
ties.
Mm-hmm.
Criminal ties. Yeah, criminal ties. Yeah.
Criminal.
Nature Boy was in prison at one point.
Yep.
For something, whatever, as a kid. And I think
all
he
of
had
them.
Like some time.
Yep. Hold on, and let's not forget about Polite. Let's not forget about that. He did the same thing. It's the same formula, just a different narrative. You get it? And I've noticed that. I've noticed that.
So this is a narrative.
It's a formula. It's a formula. And
but
if it ain't broke,
to get the women? Is it to get the women to follow?
No. It's to get money and to get their sexual access to whatever they want. So basically, they don't. They're broke ass niggas. Let's keep it real to start. So basically, to get the money, they need the money to get the respect because they really want power, but they don't have any money and they don't have anything else. They don't have the charisma. They don't have the what they have is game. And so when they're starting at the bottom, now they're here, they start to attach themselves to different political movements or religious factions. If you really pay attention to it, this is not really a new strategy because before they were using that in the Christian community. Think about it. A lot of pastors used to be pimps. It's the same shit. Oh, think about it. That's what I'm trying to say. I've been looking at this shit for a long time. And all you have to do is correlate the shit. These niggas have been doing the same thing over and over again, just in different areas.
Dr. York.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm trying to say. And
no offense to people that Dr. York.
And you know what? I've done my job, and now I'm gonna shut the fuck up and go on mute. So now now you see the formula. Now you can put it anywhere because you can see it. These motherfuckers are using the same formula.
They're using the 48 laws of power because you know what the book is? That every time they go to jail and prison, that's the book they read and they come out with that book memorized. And that book is nothing but how to be a damn sociopath.
Boom.
I don't even know why they even have that bullshit in the jail to read. Like, why do you have a book like that?
But here's the thing. If you're not aware of these tactics, these war tactics, because it's really psychological warfare. If you're not aware of it, then you will be a victim to it because that's what it's made to do. And I don't blame the victims. I really don't. Because literally it's programming. It's mental programming. These are the CIA uses these same mental brainwashing
How do you know
programs.
that they not from the damn CIA?
Who knows? See, how would I know?
I
You
be
get what I'm saying?
questioning, like, bro, y'all seem like some agents to me. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you in this community, bro? Like, in any community, getting these women. And so let's get into it. Like, how come these people don't really suffer any consequence?
Yeah, well, that's a good question, but I don't want to. I'm just going off my observation, and I'm 1,000% in agreement with you. But I don't want to push no narrative on somebody I don't have no proof of or what I have not observed. But the things that I just said, I've observed with my own eyes over the years, and I'm starting to see the shit. It's a pattern. It's a broader pattern.
I'm glad that somebody else sees it the way I see it. Because when I was on this panel, they were like, "No, it's all Chrisean Rock." I'm like, "No." I said I believe that Chrisean Rock suffers from BPD.
She's a victim. She's definitely.
I believe so.
You look at the way she's acting. You can't sit up there and say, "Oh, just because somebody acting wild, they're the orchestrator." No, you got to look at the broader picture. She clearly is showing symptoms of trauma. Okay, and not only that, what is that called? A Stockholm syndrome. Come on.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm glad that you agree with me. Because listen, I'm gonna play this because like they were not agreeing. They did not see my side. They were like, no, it's all she's a narcissist too. I'm like, two narcissists don't get together.
But a narcissist is not gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Here's the thing though. With these predators, it's called Darvo. What they do is they abuse and they gaslight, and then they flip victimhood. So it's kind of like as above or below. They try to switch. So basically, after they're done abusing you, what they do is basically they become the victim and you become the predator. That's how they. That's why they do the. That's why they set up everybody around you. They lie on you. They gaslight you. They flip your reality. And then they start to tell people that, oh, she's wrong. She's abusing me now. You see what I'm saying? It's called Darvo. Oh my God. It's called Darvo. You got to look into it. It's
a thing called Darvo.
It's called Darvo. It's a part of the.
What is that like a
no, it's a term.
Abbreviation?
Darvo is called a term where abusers, what they would do because they don't want to be accountable for their abuse. What they do is they set up a scenario to where now they're going to isolate you from your support system, and they're going to gaslight you and make you believe that what they did to you is not existent. And then what they're going to do is they're going to go around you and they're going to turn everybody against you. It's called Darvo. That's where they switched victim. Now they're the victim, even though they abused you. Now they're the victim and you're the abuser. So it's called Darvo. So go look it up.
So and you know what? That's exactly. Oh my God, that's exactly what Blueface is doing to Chrisean.
Exactly. It's not just her. He does it to all his victims.
Oh my God.
Every single last one. If you go through the files,
and you know what, Natureboy used to do the same thing with Velvet,
and he did the same thing. All abusers do it. You know why? Because once they're done abusing you and they can't use you anymore, they don't want to face the consequences of abusing you and taking your life from you. No, they want to make you the villain. Now you have to be the villain in order for them to get away scot-free. Think about it.
Oh my God, that's fucked up, bro.
It is fucked up. But I mean, it's a well-oiled system. And to God be the glory. We got the evidence now. We got the, to God be the glory. And see, that's what these predators did not expect us to do. The predators did not expect us to catch up to their game. And so that's what's going on.
And there was a time I saw at one point where, I mean, they had I don't even know what, it's so crazy. The mic actually played him.
Yeah, and he was talking shit. She gonna use me. I'm gonna use her. Fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck. And we're talking about a lady. And we're talking about a lady who's about to go into labor. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to make her baby retarded? And he kept trying to talk spells in her. Your baby gonna retarded. You look at my phone. That was a spell.
Exact. Thank you.
That was a spell. Yeah. See, you have to understand. And
Like,
then
that's why he don't
hold
care
on.
about
And
her
I
doing
want to
her
say
own
something. I
shoes.
want to say something.
That's-
And I hope y'all don't.
Listen, that's
wanna
why
say
he don't
something.
care about her
Hold on.
doing
I
her
want to
own
say
shoe
something.
magic.
I want to say
ahead,
something.
girl.
And I
Go
hope y'all
ahead,
don't
girl.
think I'm weird. Please
Go
don't
ahead,
judge
girl.
me
Go
for this.
ahead, child. Go ahead.
But if y'all look at that whole day of the baby shower day, the whole shit was a ritual. Think about it. In the baby shower, it was all blue and white they was wearing. And then all of a sudden, when he took her to that night party, all the girls that he was fucking was wearing red. He
They
was wearing
were?
red. No, think about it. They was all wearing red, and then
They
all
were
the
wearing red. Like, he
yeah.
a crib.
And
He was
then
wearing red.
my opinion is this: the
Girl.
motherfuckers that they wanted to sacrifice was wearing white. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Oh my
look
God.
at this shit. Look at this shit. What crip you know wear red? Think about it.
They
It was
don't.
a whole ritual, my nigga. It was a ritual.
Oh,
In my opinion. Think about that shit. Go back and look at that shit.
why were they all wearing red?
Exactly.
And then why was Chrisean even knowing where they live at?
Exactly, because he gave her the goddamn address. It was the ritual. They're trying to sacrifice that baby. They really want her to deliver early, or they really want to either, in my opinion, they want to snatch that baby from her to switch out that retarded baby, or they want to kill that baby. Because why is he stressing her out on when she's about to get labor and they all wearing red? Think about that shit. You got to think about it, man.
Wow, bro.
That shit was a ritual. That's how I seen it. That's how I seen it because I practice in the dark outs. So I was like, oh, this shit is crazy. They trying to sacrifice her. Like, and you see how they put her in the front and of the party was going on, and they only had the camera on her. That's ritualistic. Think about that shit. And then they was having people walk up to her and they watching her from the background and shit, like some cretins. Come on, man. That shit,
yeah,
man,
right. And then nobody said that there's something wrong with this. Like,
yeah, that was
like
cringe.
why? And he's inside the car. It was a black car, a white car.
And then why would y'all put that lady through that
Mercedes with a black?
Right. Why would they put that lady in that much stress when she's about to give later? She's literally she was they was trying to induce her labor. Think about that shit. They didn't give a fuck. She was supposed to be at the hospital. Why are they trying to induce her labor like that? When everybody wearing red and shit. Get the fuck up out of here, man. Y'all gotta think about this shit. Man, maybe I'm just tripping.
Nah, you right, bro. And even the girl Royalty was like, what's going on? Because she covered the stuff on a regular, everything going on. But even she had to say something ain't up. Something is up with it.
It wasn't right. And then they had her chasing her and stuff like that. Come on, y'all. Man, let me tell you.
They're trying to make her go into premature labor.
Yeah, it's like a sacrifice. Like, and I think what happened is, this is my personal opinion. I don't know what really happened, because I don't know them niggas. But I think that they fucked up the ritual with Chrisean and they're trying to redo that shit again with this new bitch.
Right, that baby survived.
Yeah, that's what I think is happening, honestly. Because something ain't right for real.
And and here's the thing I want to also say is that you see he don't care nothing about her doing her old shoe stuff. He thought that was a joke.
That's a part of the ritual. You ever seen that movie Skeleton Key?
No.
All right, you got to see that movie Skeleton Key. That's where it's a good ass movie because it's about like voodoo and shit like that, where basically they had to make the person that they were sacrificing believe in that voodoo shit before they was able to switch out the souls, before they was able to take their life force. You gotta watch that movie, man.
No, but she's initiated. She's actually okay. Initiated.
Well, according to her,
she has that. Well, you know what?
Hold on. Well, what I'm saying is, a lot of motherfuckers think they initiated. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of times niggas think they initiated, but that's only because somebody convinced them to think that they initiated. That's so they can take their life force. You gotta watch that Skeleton Key movie. Watch that movie and then get back to me, because a lot of times motherfuckers be tricking motherfuckers because it's a part of a ritual. So you be thinking that you in charge because you think that you sitting there doing some black magic, but a motherfucker's just using that shit against you so they can sacrifice you and whatever you got going on.
And Blueface is a straight up warlock. You can't tell me.
I mean, you can look at him. Look at him. Get the fuck out of here. He's tattooed it all over his body.
His face. Come on, bro.
Listen, his whole body is assidual. Niggas is not paying attention to that shit.
Wow. Right.
His whole body is a fucking sigil. Look at him.
You know what? Man, girl.
Think about that shit. Like I said, I practice in the dark arts. I know what this shit look like, man. That nigga is a whole, man, listen. That nigga is something else, man. Y'all, niggas need to be careful with that punk ass nigga, man.
Straight up.
For real. That nigga's a beast.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, be careful, bro. And so let me just show you how people are taking Chrisean. They're so like hell bent about Chrisean. Like, bro, y'all not looking at this the way it should be looked at. Let's go.
She said, you know what? I washed your drawers and you had skid marks in there. He was like, no, I don't got no skid marks in there. What's up, Nina?
You know why? Because they like to live in the dark. They like to live. A lot of them dirty demons, they like shit. They like, they like that. They like the asshole.
Why do they all have that booty butt?
Yeah, they got booty fetishes because they like living, like anything that's debaucherous, that's what they like. You see what I'm trying to say?
They all have that booty butt cheek. Yep, they all. Yep,
a lot of them. Yeah, they like shit play.
There's something
they like
to
booty.
that because, like,
anything that's against God, that's what they like. Anything that's against nature. Anything that's against life, like that's why they like to participate in death magic, chaos magic, anything that's gonna promote death and destruction. That's booty holes, that's the best a way to dispel magic and death magic because that's shit. You know what I'm saying? That's booty hole shit. That's why a lot of these niggas sodomize each other because they're participating in satanism. You know what I'm saying? They're not promoting in life.
The reason why that's probably how he's getting them by doing it in a booty like that.
Well, sometimes no. A lot of them got no. I wouldn't say that. No, what I would say is a lot of them really like to get fucked in their ass. So
they got control and they really ain't controlling.
Yeah, and you think that you fucking and they go, I got control of you. No, really, you just bringing out that demon.
It's not about being gay. Is not. Listen, y'all.
It's all about being. No, it's all about. It's all about being against feminine energy. It's all about being against life force energy. Anything that got to do with the womb, it's against. They're against.
If you're a man and you hitting somebody from behind, why?
Well, because they want,
you guys 100% like trying to dominate.
You know what? Because it's the domination 100%. Because what they like, I'm telling you right now, because that spirit, it likes debauchery, anything that goes against life creation. Because it's as above as below. They want to say that, okay, anything that you can do, I can do better, but the opposite. I want to flip this shit upside down. That's why these niggas want to be bitches and they want you to be men. Why do you think these niggas always try to turn they feminine women into men? Look at Chrisean Rock. She looks like a nigga, don't she? Yep. That's why he's trying to turn her into the opposite. It's all about the opposite. This shit is magical. This shit is spiritual. This shit is above us. We're not dealing with humans right now. We're dealing with spiritual warfare.
Oshay, man, listen, I don't know. Listen, Trinity. I wish you, man. I don't know who you are, but man, you are kicking the.
I'm Trinity Time Travels, and I'm here to let you know right now what I'm seeing. Like I said, this is all my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm seeing is what's going on. What we just saw was a ritual. That's why we was all so in tune.
She dressed in like a wedding dress.
Let me ask you niggas. Hold on. Let me ask you niggas. How many of you niggas had something else to do and your eyes were stuck to the fucking screen?
I did. Yep, me.
Me too.
I know I don't watch that bullshit.
I'm telling you, the whole shit was a fucking ritual, my nigga. The shit was a ritual.
Yep.
Them niggas are doing dark magic.
Listen, somebody say wash her mouth out with soap. Who gives a listen? We are adults over here, okay? My channel is 18 and over. So if you can't take little curse words, go ahead and move around. So what? This is serious, bro.
It is serious. And
like these people are being attacked on a spiritual basis. And listen,
and I feel sorry for Chrisean. And think about it. She was
both
already
of them,
going
not
through
just
so
Chrisean,
much.
the
And
baby.
guess what? The moment she declared that she wanted to be with Christ, that's when he upped the ante on her ass. And now you see she acting like a real fucking demon. Come on, that's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence.
Dude, like anything that will make the moment he probably stuck that Peter into her, she forgot who she was. She forgot she had a damn contract as a fighter, like that you're not supposed to, like, if you have your hands that are being professional boxer, she forgot that you ain't supposed to hit nobody. She forgot everything.
They call her holy hands.
Man, child, and he just made holy hand look just stupid as hell.
You know, because it's about debauchery, it's about humiliation. That's the ritual. And then that girl's pregnant and she's about to get labor. Let me tell you something. If it's not high dark magic, I don't know what is. Y'all not seeing this shit for what it is?
And you already know that he already probably took that oath because he probably into that, because you know he in Hollywood, you in LA. He's
and then he fucking with that no jumper dude, that motherfucker that fuck with all types of sama. I mean, come on, y'all can figure it out for yourself, man.
Man, I ain't gotta all the people. Vlad TV was at his baby shower.
Look, y'all can see that shit. I ain't gotta say shit. Y'all can see that shit for yourself.
Vlad
y'all
TV
see that shit for yourself.
Come on now.
No, listen, and then why is he
her
sitting up
own
here
grandma didn't go to the baby shower?
And here's another thing what we need to consider. Why in the fuck is he trying to extort other celebrities? Like, oh, DDG, you ain't there. You ain't for me and this and that. DDG don't want to fuck with you, nigga. He seen what you on and he not with that shit, nigga. Clearly. Bitch ass nigga, he's not there. Why is you trying to extort him?
But you see how he tried to humiliate the grandma and try to separate her from the grandma?
Listen, I'm not surprised. Everything he do, it has got to be debaucherous. And then you notice how, too. I'm going to tell y'all something else. I'm going to give you another secret. You ready for this one?
Go ahead.
Demons, they take pride in telling you the truth, but making it like a joke. You notice how he always telling his quote unquote bitches the truth, or his but he make it like a joke. No, but that's because they are required by law, universal law. God required demons to tell people the truth before they descend upon them. That's a universal law. See everything you see, everything he did. That's why he tell y'all, I'm telling these bitches the truth. This is all universal law. He's required to do that. You think he's required to do that by universal law, or else he will go back to hell. That's why they do this shit. He's trying to act like he's doing somebody a favor by telling somebody the truth. No, bitch ass nigga, you know you were.
I don't know. I think that you might have got a phone call. Come on back. But demons always cussing every other word. Like, man, y'all, you need to cut that out about that. We are a bunch of grown ass people over here. Demons always curse. What is a cuss? What's a curse word? Y'all don't even understand human language. Shut it up. Let's go.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, how you doing, sweetheart?
Oh, hi. How are you? I'm so happy you're back and going live. Oh my God, you be having me in a chokehold. I'm so glad.
You. Thank you. Yes. I love y'all so much. Y'all support. I'm excited to be back. You know, when your shit ain't right, you know, sometimes you can't talk.
I hope that she can come back, because I don't know whether, you know what I'm saying, when people kicking the truth, you know, that energy, you know what I'm saying, that demonic energy try to like cut you off. But honey, you were kicking it. You were kicking the truth. Keep it going, girl. Let's go.
About nothing else, you know. I like
coming back up if you get a chance. You was kicking it
together, but you know, when I seen everything going on, I miss, you know, making my reservation. So I had to come back and really, you know, pop it. Y'all know how I do. I had to make my reservations. Y'all know I got to come back, but I'm definitely back because we on the road to 100K. And I definitely miss the passive, the money. I'm telling you, the money is great, honey. Especially when we talking about the circus.
Yeah.
Honey, it's curses in Psalms, honey. You say that I wish death upon my energy. That's a curse. So the Bible got curses in it. We gotta cut that out. Trying to like, you know, shame somebody else into like speaking how we want to feel to make ourselves feel comfortable. Y'all need to cut that bullshit about somebody cursing and how we are adults, bro. We are not. This ain't no. This is not the ABC Sesame Street channel. If you want to hear Sesame Street, go on Sesame Street and watch that. We are not on Sesame Street. This is Alchemizing Energy, and honey, it's gonna might be some cusses up here. I don't really care about people cussing. This is not the Sesame Street. Let's go.
Putting a lot of coins in people's pocket, but with the Blueface situation, and it kind of feels like a little bit like when dealing with Chrisean feels like listening to Clarissa sometimes too. And what I feel with Blueface though, a lot of people try to go at Blueface, and I like the part that you mentioned earlier today in the talk when you said it's all about accountability, right? Nobody wants to own their part of the situation because we all have choices. Instead of everybody saying, "Oh, poor Nevaeh, why he keep doing?" No, why are you staying here? What are your motives?
Exactly.
So again, victim blaming. We love Black women. We need to cut that bullshit out. We need to stick together more. We need to stop victim blaming the people that's really the one that's being victimized. Nevaeh is pregnant. She might be emotional as to why she just had a baby. She's having a baby. She don't probably want to leave. She don't want to, who knows what the reason why. Okay, welcome back, Trinity Time Trial. I want to hear what the rest of you were saying.
Okay, what I want to say is Chrisean Rock. Let me tell you something, whore. If you ever hear this, I don't give a fuck if you think you trolling or not. You know you was dead ass motherfucking wrong pulling up to that lady. She's pregnant. You been through it. You had a retarded baby. Yeah, I'm gonna call your baby retarded too.
No, we're not gonna call babies retarded because
okay, well, R word. You know your baby R
She's
word.
Not retarded. The baby's not retarded. Did have like some?
Okay, well, whatever the baby is.
I have a special needs child.
At the end of the day, I remember, Chrisean. I'm talking to you directly. I remember when you was talking about you wanted to kill the baby, and you was drinking and smoking, and you was saying it in interviews, and you was bragging about that stuff. So let's not forget about that. You sitting here trying to create a new narrative, and you trying to act like don't nobody remember that shit. I remember that shit, ma'am. So at the end of the day, now you trying to stress this woman out when she's about to go into labor, ma'am. I don't respect you for that, ma'am. I respected you when I saw you getting your boxing license and I saw you doing your thing in Baltimore. I was like, oh, look at this bitch. Oh, she's doing her thing. To God be the glory. But when I saw you run up to that pregnant woman's house, trying to stress how, knowing how this nigga is, you playing games to stress out the next woman, knowing how he stressed you out. I don't respect you, man. You lost all my fucking respect, ho. Just based on that fact. Because what you talking about? A friendly fade? How the fuck you gonna have a friendly fade with a pregnant lady who's 9 months pregnant, about to give birth in a couple days? Bitch, you done lost all my respect, whore.
But didn't she say that she was not gonna fight her? She gonna fight her friend?
No, it doesn't matter. Why are you pulling up to her house, stressing her out?
Because Blueface allowed it.
Exactly. What I'm saying is,
because they found one after Blueface.
What I'm saying is, at what point did your pussy step up and say, no, I'm not gonna do that because I've been through this with this nigga? So fuck you. You want to be a pick-me bitch? I don't fuck with bitches like you. So fuck you. Chrisean Rock. Fuck you.
I will say this, but listen, one thing I'm not going to do, because I have a child with autism. I don't talk about
but what I'm saying is what you're not going to do is hide behind your child with autism, behind everything you do. Like, you're not going to set up here to me. Okay, she got a different opinion. I got my own opinion.
I would say this is that Nevaeh was wrong talking about that baby. But the
baby is a little slow. Let's keep it real.
Well, that's
the baby is slow.
But hold on, even more reason not to do that.
So hold on. So wait, what I'm trying to say is this:
somebody were to be somebody
not supposed to say. Hold on. So basically, somebody's supposed to spare your feelings. First of all, let's not act like. At the end of the day, didn't the whole world see you drinking and smoking? Why do you think they're calling you the disabler, ma'am? And that's not because I don't like you.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. there is no guarantee that that's the reason why the baby turned out like
And that
that.
okay, and I agree with you. I agree
So
with
we
all
can't
that.
just
But
say
when I'm
that
saying
because
that,
there's plenty of people that drink.
no,
There's motherfuckers that
I
smoke crack
agree.
and have babies. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you're right.
Babies
I
be
agree
fine.
on that. But at the same time, what I'm saying is that you live your life out here on this world, this free internet. So of course, how are you gonna act like people are not supposed to put two and two together and say, okay, she was
But
drinking. She said she wanted to kill the baby.
I didn't do anything and my baby came out autistic.
No.
That could have been something genetic.
But that's not okay. But my thing is this. That's not you though. I'm not talking about you, ma'am.
But what I'm saying is that like when it comes to the kids though, we gotta have like some grace. We cannot sit up there and
have grace.
demonize the mother for how the baby came out because God.
I'm giving grace. I'm giving grace. The truth is grace.
But you don't know whether or not that baby came out that way because of what she
and
was
I
doing.
just said that. What I'm saying is the difference between you and her is vastly different because who knows why your baby is autistic? Who knows? It's not my business. You don't have your kids online. She put her children in her life online.
It could have been hereditary.
Okay, and that's true. And that's true. It could have been anything, but at the same time, her drinking and smoking online.
Her father was autistic.
And saying that she wanted to kill the baby does not help. I mean, can you just give me credit for that?
I will say it doesn't help. However,
okay, thank you. That's all I need.
Hold on, Trinity. Time travels.
Okay.
Like, with all and I appreciate I love your commentary.
I appreciate you for at least being, fair. I get that.
It's just that, like, when it comes to the kids, we can't.
I understand people are sensitive about the kids.
How many kids do you have?
17.
You have 17 kids?
Yes, and I didn't raise not one of them. Because every time I have a kid, because I'm a crack baby, they take them from me.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I ain't playing.
Every time you have a child, they come to the hospital?
Yeah, at the hospital, they take them from me.
All right, so that's even more reason to have grace. And to, like, if that's the truth, then there's even more reason to have grace. Like, we cannot be so harsh.
Listen, I'm not sitting here trying to judge her. I'm just sitting here trying to tell the truth from my personal observation.
But hold on, the truth is only subjective. But I would say this.
Yeah, according to my perception. Listen, I get it.
We can talk about everything else, but when it comes to the babies and the kids, I don't agree with that.
Okay, so I won't bring up no
you
more
have
kids.
You had 17 kids and all 7.
Yeah.
So listen. It every 7 because 17, that's a crapshoot. You know that one of them ain't gonna be fucked up. You know they might not show it now.
My kids is healthy. My kids is taller than me.
Okay, but one might turn out to be a murderer. Whatever whatever the genetic.
They may all be murderers. I mean, what's wrong with that?
The same thing.
What's wrong with being a murderer?
Stop. Let me just say this. The same thing with Nevaeh, right? You have a baby in your stomach. You should not be talking shit about nobody else's baby when you're carrying one.
Shit about no baby. I can look
stop it. I said Nevaeh. I said no. I said Nevaeh. She's still pregnant. She should not be talking shit when she still have a baby because that's a curse.
Well, that's not smart.
When you're carrying with child, you don't talk shit about somebody else's child unless you know that baby
especially
that you fixing to have is going to be 100%.
Yeah, but you got to remember, she not black. See, me, I know that. I wouldn't talk shit on nobody, baby, when I'm pregnant. But she not black. She don't have those. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Like for instance, I don't split poles because I'm black. You feel what I'm saying? There's certain things, there's certain suspicions I don't participate in. But she's not really black like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't expect her to have those same type of, you know what I'm saying, situations. Like me and you, we're not going to talk on babies when we're pregnant because we don't want our babies to turn out the same way. For instance, we know that we have punishments because we have certain we have to be accountable to God. Black people, we're accountable to God, so we have to be.
Well, isn't she does have black within her, right?
She has some black.
Is her mother? Oh my God, she got the black dick.
I mean, yeah, she got black dick in her. Yeah, that don't mean she's black.
I think that she's mixed with black in some way, so she do.
Yeah,
have a
being
bit
mixed
of
with black don't mean that you're black though. It just means that you're mixed with
you
have black dick
she's
in
an
you.
octoroon, or she's
because at the end, what I'm trying to say is like being mixed with black don't mean that you're a part of the black culture. You get what I'm trying to say?
Well,
it's a difference. No disrespect
welcome
to her.
To the panel, Barack Drama. Is there something you want to say about this subject?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, how you doing? I was gonna say when y'all was talking about the babies, couldn't it be that they came out like that because that's the way God made them?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Because it seemed
but it would have, you know what? But to be honest with you, I would have, you know what? It is a possibility that that Blueface just be having retarded ass kids. But here's my thing.
Well, no, because his other kids are not doesn't have no problem. But I will say this.
But what I'm saying, it would have been better had she not been drinking and smoking and talking about she wanted to kill the baby. That would have been better for me.
Well, so sometimes God will do certain things to make you humble yourself and slow you down. Maybe she was moving too fast, and God said, "You know what? I'm a betroth this baby onto you to humble you a little bit." It's not necessary. Well, like I said, I practice. If you practice African spirituality like I do, you know that we choose our parents, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm not sure. Do you practice E5? What do you practice? Because I practice E5.
I'm just walking with God. Everything else don't matter.
E5, and based on E5, like you choose.
To God be the glory. Thank you for sharing.
You chose everything that's going to happen to you in this life, and so I believe that baby chose Chrisean to portal through, and it is a larger lesson even in his life and her life, and it's a whole thing going on there. So I don't really take like a person having a baby and then blame it on the mother, because I know that we choose to be here, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm willing to accept that. I'm willing to accept that. Like at the end of the day, I'm not trying to judge nobody, but I got eyes just like everybody else, and I'm not about to sit here and hold my tongue just because a bitch can fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I like her. But
do you think that Chrisean is here in the chat or something?
Well, yeah, she could be, but here's my thing. If she hears me, what I want to tell you, Chrisean, is if you ever come across this, I respected you. I liked you because I felt like I was living vicariously through. I said, yeah, get over that nigga and this and that. And when they start calling you holy hands, I was really fucking with you. But then when you went to go harass that pregnant lady, I kind of lost respect for you, mama. Talking about you trolling. That's not trolling. I lost a lot of respect for you, mama. After you went through that nigga with that dirty ass nigga, and then you want to do the same thing to the next.
But I'm gonna say this: I don't
fuck with her now. So now my mouth is reckless. Now.
But hold on, though. That's why I say that she might suffer from BPD, borderline personality disorder, is because I believe that, he probably convinced her, hey, look, this is all about the money. This is all about this. And she just like, okay, yeah. Barack Drama, what's your thought about it?
No, well, first of all, I don't like to call little babies retarded. I don't think that's cool. I'm not telling nobody what to say.
But I don't give a fuck about calling no babies retarded because I'm a little retarded. I'm a crack baby, so for me, it's not nothing.
But hold on, you're not retarded, and no baby is retarded.
But how you gonna tell me?
We're in 2020. You're not retarded. You might be a little crazy.
I'm retarded. They actually did call me. No, they actually did label me as retarded when I was a kid, but they didn't know I was a genius though. That's
right.
The whole
so
shit.
you're not retarded. There you go. Boom.
Okay, right, but what I'm saying,
hold on, Trinity. Hold on, Trinity.
Right,
I love you.
All right.
I love you, Trinity. I love you.
Yeah,
let Barack Drama. You don't have like an open panel.
You like to overtalk people. You don't let people get a word in. It's not a good. It's not a good trait. What I'm saying is, especially when it comes, like I'm a little sensitive about that because I just don't like to put kids in it because they didn't ask to come here, and they didn't ask the situation that they might be born into. So I don't feel it's fair to call the kids, names like that, derogatory names. I mean, I can't tell you.
You've been calling me a crack baby for a minute. I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask for my mama to smoke crack when I was in her belly. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not
but
trying to be disrespectful, but my callousness is not because I'm disrespecting nobody. My callousness is because I'm a part of that tribe. Like, you
No,
know
I
what I'm saying? It's
understand
not
that.
like I'm trying to be funny.
No, I understand
But
that.
no, you're not retarded. There's nothing wrong with you,
But it's
Trinity.
not
You're
fair to.
fine,
It's not fair
girl.
to.
You just
It's not fair to.
outspoken. That's all.
It's not fair. It's almost like you're hurt, so you don't care who you hurt, and that's not fair.
I am hurt. I mean, it is
Yeah,
what
but
it
it's
is.
not
I'm not
fair to
trying to
take.
hurt nobody.
No, everybody's
Okay,
hurt.
for instance. Okay, well, let me give you an example. The reason why, like how I say nigger, right? Nigger was used to harm me and my people that I come from, right? Because I'm a descendant of slaves, so people
But
call
that's
me
everybody
niggers.
black. That's not
Hold
just you.
on. No, that's not everybody black. Everybody didn't go through that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that me and my niggas, we changed that word and now we use it all the time. And you know what's crazy about this shit? Motherfuckers that never really, they don't have connection to the word nigga is if more offended than my niggas. I'm a nigga. My people are niggas. All of the people, my families is niggas. We came from we're descendants of slaves. We all niggas, and we switched that word around. Niggas that no disrespect to no
What
immigrants.
hood you from, Trinity? What hood you?
Hold on. Let me finish my statement though. Immigrants come out here. They're more offended about the word nigga than I am, and I'm like, hold on. This is some weirdo shit.
Well, it's an offensive word. I mean, what else is there?
It is offensive, but at the same time, if me and my people alchemize the word like nigga or retarded or crack baby, so we don't get offended by it, how the fuck are you more offended by it than I am? And I had to live through the shit. That's all I'm saying. No disrespect to nobody.
Listen. Let me just say this: is that nobody should call
and
you
I'm
a
just
crack
loud.
baby.
I apologize for being too
No,
loud.
it's okay. It's okay. But whoever called you a crack baby,
compassion.
They were fucked up, and that was wrong.
But no, they're not fucked up because it's an accurate description because I am a crack baby.
Right, but that does not define who you really are.
No, it doesn't define who I am today.
So
but
once you become an adult, listen. Once I was a child, hold on, listen. Once I was a child, I spoke as a child, I acted as a child, but when I became an adult, I threw away childish thing. So yeah, they might have called you a baby, but you're no longer a baby. You're a grown ass woman.
Yeah, I'm a
you can overcome all of that, and so therefore you're no longer a crack baby. You're a grown ass woman, and you have every opportunity to overcome any obstacle that anybody and anything that somebody ever said to you. In the right way.
I appreciate that. I appreciate those words of wisdom.
Honey, listen, this is alchemizing energy over here. We don't play. This is alchemizing energy. You understand? This is the chat.
That's you're teaching me. You're teaching me, and I'm learning.
Yeah, I'm a priest.
You know what it is? I'm just very.
Up.
Listen,
I practice African spirituality, and I deal with your ancestors and your Risha, and I'm not going to fix it to allow you to speak bad on yourself like that on my channel.
Well, I appreciate
You're not a crack
that because
baby.
you know what?
You are a beautiful woman, and you're a very intelligent young lady.
Yes, I am.
And you're also spiritually.
You know what it is?
Hold on, listen. Stop talking. Listen. You're also very spiritually gifted, and it is not it behooves you in your spiritual gifts to downplay yourself by ever bringing up that again. I hope that you delete that from your speaking points and talking points, and that never comes up again. You need to speak to yourself as a priest yourself, because you do have the anointing on you to be a better person other than what anybody ever called you. Whatever they called you is not who you are. It is you are who you are. So once again, let's get Barack Drama. I think he was trying to say something. Let him get his point out, but shouts out, much love. Let's go.
No, my point.
Thank you for that.
My point was, I think that sometimes when people are hurt, they hurt other people that didn't have nothing to do with what they heard about. When people carry on like that, that's not a good trait, because it's not fair to somebody else that whatever happened to you, it's almost like you taking that out on everybody else. Everybody's been hurt. Something's bad has happened to other people, and I just think it's unfair that you take that anger and hurt out on people that had nothing to do with it.
All right, so let's get into like this whole thing where I was actually talking about the situation with Blueface, where we're talking about, say, you know what, I believe that Blueface is the new Nature Boy. And listen, Trinity had some great points where she actually was able to connect some dots that I didn't even see. That's how I know she's actually a priestess, but she doesn't even realize it. But let's go.
That's what make Blueface aware, and that's why I said I understood him snapping, because it felt more like a wedding or something. Like he like, this your second kid, and I think if she would have been more humble, he would have felt more appreciated. Because I think deep down he want to find somebody that's really real with him, even though he is doing that. It's all acting out. They're, like you said, the point you made so clear was it's a circus, but everybody is playing a part. It's not just a one-man show and everybody want to put it on him. But without them, it'd be no him. So it's just like,
that's what I said. It's collectively. Shout out to, oh my goodness, thank you. Shout out to Miss Lady for the 10 jewels. Thank you.
Here's my question.
Hold on real quick, baby. Somebody said, I think he's on something. It's just the way his eyes and his body moves. 1 minute he's all next to you. He's all angry, and the next minute it's, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty. And I think he's bipolar.
But I don't think he's bipolar. I think that he knows how to manipulate people. But let's go. What are y'all thoughts? Do you think that he is on something, or do you think he's bipolar? What do y'all think? Do you think he's using some kind of narcotic?
Who you asking first?
Ladies first. You go first.
Well, I appreciate you. So go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ladies first.
I said ladies first, and I mean, you can go first.
Nah, let me stop. Now let me stop trolling. Listen, okay, I'll go. Hey, so what I want to say is this, man. What my personal opinion, like I said, I don't know the nigga at all. I'm just watching him. He looked like he got a sex demon on him. He looked like he's suffering from a legion of demons. That's me personally. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's suffering from a bisexual demon that is getting him to go through a whole bunch of women because he wants to lay his seed down and humiliate women so he can be a baddie, and then eventually he's gonna come out like YP with his nails, he's gonna go through his natural hair journey, you know what I'm saying? And then he's gonna be out here twerking his booty hole, or dominating men, or like she said, being nature boy, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a lot of these men that humiliate women, it's because they're down low men. And they want to humiliate women in front of other men because they want to be the baddest bitch on the block. Let's just keep it real. A lot men who want to, have continuous access to women, even if they don't like or respect women, they're not going to sit up there and disrespect them. Niggas that disrespect women out in the public is a performative measure. They're doing that for other down low men. So in my opinion, whenever I see a man doing that, I said, okay, this is a down low shit, because you're basically trying to, it's like a bat signal. You putting a bat signal out there, like, oh, look, come help me humiliate this woman so we can humiliate her and then give her a reason to ignore the fact that we're going to fuck each other, in 2 hours or whatever. It is what it is. Or, let's do what we got to do to go to prison so we can all fuck each other in prison, or I can get aggressed, You got men. I didn't see men. I had a peeping Tom at my window earlier today. I told him I'm gonna call the police on you. He told me, call the police. I said, why? So these niggas can come aggress you with their bully clubs and their guns. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, because they want to be. A lot of these men want to be aggressed by other men, and they don't want to admit that in the public because they don't feel manly when they admit it. But that's really what they desire. They want to get hemmed up by other niggas. They want to be roughed up like a bitch. They want to get choked up like a hoe. They want to get, done dirty. They want to get really sexually harassed. A lot of these niggas got sexual fetishes of being harassed. That's why they love acting out, so police can come snatch them up and they can get thrown in prison where everybody else is a prisoner and they sexual predators in there and they can all grape each other. I mean, I got a whole theory about this shit, man. I didn't watch these dumb criminals. We think they dumb criminals, but really they getting caught on purpose because they want to get hemmed up by other niggas with guns. They want to feel helpless, like a damsel in distress. I had a nigga across the street from me. He was like, a grown ass man. I said, do you need some help? Let me get you let me get you a patch or something. Let me help you out. No, call the fire department. I said, what? Yeah, call the fire department. I said, you want me to call? Well, I said, you know, it's a bunch of niggas gonna come and put their hands on you. Hey, call the fire department. I said, all right, call the fire department.
Yeah, where the hell do you live at? What the hell?
I mean, what I'm saying is a lot of
in
niggas
Detroit. You live in Detroit or Baltimore?
No, what I'm saying is a lot of niggas don't want to admit that they want to get aggressed by other men. Why you think these niggas be trying to rough you up? Because they want you to fight them back. Why do you think these niggas be out here trying to fight you and piss you off? Because they want you to bust them in their nose. Why? And I'm going back to Chrisean and Blueface. Why do you think he like her? Why do you think he turned her into a masculine woman? Because he liked when she knocked his ass out. He liked that rough shit. He liked being manhandled. But it makes sense if a woman manhandles him. See, it don't make sense.
He don't feel quite as gay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. You get what I'm saying now?
All right,
it
Barack
don't feel
Obama,
like he's a gay nigga if he got a woman knock him upside his face. That's why she's his beard. She's gonna hit his ass. She's giving him that masculine, buff ass, knock a nigga out energy that he really wants from a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he wants it from a woman, so he doesn't appear to be gay. You know why? The real reason is he does not want to lose power. He doesn't want to lose social power. Niggas know that if they're seen as gay, they lose social power. That's why they want bitches to be masculine so they can get that masculine energy and get roughed up so they can have beards while they be bitches. Live vicariously through them. They want to set up there. You think a nigga's fucking the shit out you and they want to put their dick all in your butthole and all up in your mouth and they want to sexually aggress you? No, they're thinking about fucking another nigga, but they're fucking you while they're learning from you. It's like going to a university. They're learning the skincare. They're learning how to cook. They're learning how to be a better bitch for their side nigga from you while they're with you. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, but y'all think I'm crazy. I'm just speaking the truth out here in today's day, man.
All right, so Barack, what is your thoughts about what she said?
I disagree. I think a lot of that has to do with his upbringing because my mother, when I was a young man, my mother didn't.
Now you want to blame it on a woman?
Wait, hold on, don't interrupt. We're not gonna talk over each other.
My mother taught me to my father, my parents taught me, you know, first of all, I'm 5'11", 250 pounds. The average woman is like half my size. So that's a form of bullying.
Sir, I'm 5'9". Stop it.
So no, but I mean the average, what I'm trying to say, the average guy is bigger than the average girl. Like my brother's 5'11", 250. He's bulked up like Tyson from lifting weights. So
you're short. You're short.
Let him finish.
I'm going to mute.
Yeah, but I think that has a lot to do with the way you are when you become a young man. Because first of all, my father heard me talk. My father heard me talking to women the way he's talking to women, or the way a lot of young guys talk to women. He would correct me on that. That has a lot to do with it. I don't know him personally. I don't even know if it's an act or if that's just his character. But that's what I see. And if that was my sister, me and him would have a problem. And I think they know who to do that to, because I'm pretty sure if that was Shaquille O'Neal or Mike Tyson's sister, he wouldn't come at her like that. I think people know who to do that to. And that's why they do that.
That was honest.
Yeah, you know, people know who to do that to, because first of all, I would tell my sister to get out of that relationship. On the outside, I'm not on the inside, looks toxic. And it's not cool. It makes us, and I say us, I mean, it makes black people look bad too, because some kids look up to that. And they think that's the proper way to do it. It's not proper to talk to a woman like that. I'm not saying she's always right too, the way she goes at him, but I'm saying it doesn't look good. He's like he doesn't realize it.
Well, I like to say it doesn't make black people look mad.
He's a negative stereotype of black men. He doesn't make us look good. And I would tell him that to his face. I don't know you personally, and I'm not trying to tell you as a man how to act, but they got stereotypes about us, and you feeding into it. I don't care how much money you got, and I don't care how famous you are. You're a negative stereotype to how black men should act. Well, go ahead. I'll let you talk.
To God be the glory. And I'm sorry. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So first of all, I agree with you, and I apologize. I kept interrupting you. I be, my mind be going wild. But I appreciate you for saying that and not, you know, being a groupie to the nigga, because what I noticed from a lot of men, they think that pimping is cool. Oh, training a bitch like a dog is cool. That shit is not cool. And what you just pointed out, that is the stereotype, it's real. It's a negative stereotype, but it's not for black people. It's for black men. The negative stereotype is for black men. That's the only thing I wanted to correct. I'm not trying to correct you, brother, because I think exactly what you said was correct and on point. But I wanted to clarify that it's not a stereotype on black people. It's a stereotype on black men in America specifically. That pimp, that whole that dusty ass pimping shit, motherfuckers is not putting up with that shit. That's human trafficking. People don't respect that. And what's happening is that other men are looking at black women as damsels in distress, and they want to come out here and save them. And it's sad, because what I don't want to see, and this is what I don't want to see, is black men in America. Because I've been talking about this for years. What I've been noticing is that I feel like y'all been getting set up for mass genocide, specifically black men in America. The way motherfuckers been setting y'all up with all the celebrities, they been getting accused of rape. Rather you did it or you didn't do it, it doesn't matter. It's a whole sexual thing. Every black man in America, it has this, this looming sexual predator thing about them, and they're getting it. This shit is if you don't understand what's happening to y'all being presented around the world as rapists. And so I'm like, listen, calm down. I understand that y'all got quote unquote high testosterone and the foolishness like that there, but y'all gonna listen. Why do you think that they're stopping the passport bros? That's not a Somalian black man thing. That's not an Egyptian that's an American black man thing. Passport bros. They are stopping y'all from getting passports and going to countries. Do you know what that means?
I don't have
You
that
literally
issue.
have.
I don't
Hold
have that
on,
issue.
hold
I
on.
can't
I'm
relate.
talking, sir. I'm talking, sir. No disrespect.
As much as
And
you
I know
interrupted me, you
hold
gotta
on,
be
and I
kidding
know,
me.
hold on, and I know I interrupted you, so I'm being a little bit hypocritical. I know that, but I'm trying to say something right now. That's very important for the black community, not the black community, for black men in America. What y'all need to understand is that I know you a black man in America, but what you need to understand is that you're being set up for mass genocide. What they're doing, right? Just look up the 10 stages of genocide. You will see that they are setting you up for genocide. They're making it seem as though you are sexual predators everywhere. They won't even allow you to come in. If you have a pack of condoms in your bag, you can't go into countries like Brazil, Canada, or whatever. They're gonna automatically classify you as a passport bro. And the reason why I'm talking to you like this is because I know that all black men from America are not sexual predators. But I'm trying to let y'all know that these men that y'all ignore and that y'all allow to represent y'all, they're going before y'all and they're setting up y'all genocide. That's what I'm telling y'all. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to let y'all know what's going on out here. Hold on one second. I'm just trying to
I
let y'all
think
know
you're
what's
getting a
going
phone
on.
call, so it's like whatever you said is like not.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I can hear you now.
So basically, so while y'all sitting back trying to, oh, that nigga, that's that nigga and this and that, whatever. No.
Whenever you're talking, when the phone's ringing, I can't hear you.
In America. Okay. Black men in America specifically are getting set up for genocide. And y'all need to prepare for that, because even though it's not all y'all fault, understand that there's representatives going before you to make it seem as though you're sexual predators. Why do you think that every national crime is based on sex? Michael Jackson, just think about every celebrity. P. Diddy, it's all sexual. These are worldwide news. Why do you think that when you get a passport, they don't let you go to certain countries? This is the beginning stages.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No disrespect, sir. I'm just trying to let you know. I'm just trying to put it in your ear. These are the beginning stages of genocide, sir. So please tell hold on, brother. Please tell your brothers that this shit is not a game. Y'all need to get in line and act like it's not all black men. It's not the African black man. It's not the Brazilian black man. It's not the European black man. It's specifically the American black man, the descendants of black slaves, who they are setting up and lining up for genocide. Why? Because they are basically trying to tell the world that you all are sexual predators. So when they decide to genocide against you, nobody looks, because nobody cares, because they think that you're sexual predators. And I'm just letting you know. And I'm going on mute.
Okay, my question to you is, what country can I not get in with my passport?
Okay, well, you know what? You do what you do. I told you what I said.
Go anywhere. Well, I just said it. Where can I not go?
Listen, do what you do. I said what I said, brother.
I mean, I don't travel like that, but I don't have no issues.
Do what you do. I said what I said, bro. No, you get what I'm trying to say?
So we're gonna play the thing. All right, so he don't have a problem. Let's go.
Even if he's bipolar, or even if he's on something, right? It doesn't take away from some people still knowing what's going on, right? They're just using things or people to not deal with what they got going on with their reality. So I do feel like they're on something, because he does trip out. Like, it's just like so sporadic too, you know?
He does.
Yeah.
Yes, I do agree.
And listen, is it just me? Or do you think that he's trying to sabotage Chrisean Rock by getting her to bumping her up to fight, knowing that she got like a boxing? Listen, when you get like licensed, okay, your hands get registered as lethal weapons, and you're not supposed to fight nobody. I mean, maybe she didn't go that far in the professional that she got the registration as her hands as lethal weapons, but you're not supposed to fight like once you become a professional boxer.
Absolutely, and I agree with you. And I said that. I said, once your hands is licensed, you can't be out here. I don't care if you say, "Oh, this person got to sign an NDA," because that's another thing. She was like, "Oh, you got to sign. All you got to do is sign an NDA."
And you're not supposed to fight nobody. I mean, maybe she didn't go that.
Get to myself where I'm like, now y'all gonna kill me when I say this, but part of me feel like Chrisean is trying.
Yes. Say it.
I feel like she is trying to be on the wave of God, but she is allowing the devil to sweep her that way, because she do love.
Ain't no such thing as the devil, but people want to get into the devil and God. But I'm gonna just say this. And I mean, if you're on my channel and you believe in the devil, I'm sorry. I'm not one that believes in the devil. I think that you have control over yourself. But I want to get a little bit deeper when I broke down why I think that she has a BPD. What she's doing?
That's true. Harley Quinn knew what she was doing, but that
borderline personality thinks that they're nothing, and so therefore, all right, borderline.
Be on the wave of God, but she is allowing the devil.
Borderline personality disorder. Let's go into
that way, because she do love that man. She does love him, because I'm gonna tell you, love could blind you for so many different ways. But I also feel like she uses that as her advantage to try to blind people and make people feel sorry and believe her and try to use that as a weapon. And that's what I don't like, because the truth of the matter is, you know exactly what you're doing. That's like me sitting here saying, "Oh, I know I'm not supposed to be saying, yo, F you, I don't care about this," but then I'm saying, "You know what, God forgive me." You can't keep doing that. You can't go ahead and do something bad and then the next minute just be like, "God forgive me," and keep on doing it, keep saying it. No, you got to put actions to it and actually move forward with it, because regardless of the fact is, being around Blueface is not a good thing. It's not a good action. It's not good for you.
Here's the question: is it really narcissism on Chrisean's part, or is it borderline personality disorder? Because sometimes borderline personality disorder can look like narcissism. I don't think that she's a narcissist. Nevertheless, I think that she might be borderline. It's almost like Joker and what's that other character? The Joker and the Harlequin.
So let me, since you said that, so what's the difference between her and Blueface? Since you said he's a narcissist and didn't use that for him, but used it for her. So what are the difference?
I think, so a narcissist is a person that looks and thinks that they are I am like everything, right? Borderline personality thinks that they're nothing. And so therefore, the narcissist is attracted to that person that thinks that they don't even know who they are. Chrisean, I don't think that she really has an identity outside of Blueface. She really thinks that Blueface is her identity. And so therefore he's able to manipulate that and whatever that is. And then that's why she feels empty. It's a certain, even though she might be with different dudes, she feels empty without Blueface. It's like a cycle that's going on with
I don't agree with that, Queen. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So they didn't agree with me, but I'm like, it's so obvious that she feels like, I mean, her whole thing is like, we created this. This was us. Woo, woo, woo. It's the same thing as Harley Quinn from the Joker. Like no matter how bad the Joker treats her, she still loves the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Joker could like damn near set her up to kill herself, and she still loves the Joker. You know what I'm saying? So there's like a whole, but then Harley Quinn is dangerous within herself. She also is violent. She also is prone to, but they couldn't hear me.
Because you know what? She's 26 years old and she know better. She's very well self-aware. I think she's just choosing. I think because she does love him and I
think that women don't even give each other a pass, bro. I'm like, man, women are tough. When it comes down to each other, we don't even see like the manipulation. It's like, no, she knows what it is. It's like, no, I believe that it's a little bit more going on there, because why would you, once you have a child with somebody, even if it might not be or whatever the hell it is, they built something. Even if the child is not the thing that they birthed together, they built this whole brand of Blueface and Chrisean. And she might not feel that, without Blueface, that she could be as successful. And so therefore, that's where you get that whole conundrum of, well, damn, he can come back and say, listen, you know what? This is how we this is us. This is, he can convince her that this is, I built this and this is supposed to be us. And that's what men do. We built this. You know what I'm saying? We built this empire, and now you trying to step away and you trying to box and this, that, the other. You gonna let this girl come and take over your thing? And then she like, because she's in love with this guy for whatever reason, that he's able to get into her mind. And I believe that is BPD. I'm sorry. It is borderline personalities. I don't think it's a narcissism. Because if she was narcissist, she wouldn't need Blueface, because she's too self-absorbed to ever need another person. A narcissist is not gonna like be looking to another narcissist. That's crazy.
He wants to say that I don't know if that's her baby father or not, but in her head, she feels like that's her baby father. And I feel like she wants that family dynamic with him, and she chooses to say F her growth, F the fact that everybody feels like she shouldn't deal with him, and she is an adult. She needs to take accountability.
If she's willing to forgo all of her accomplishments to be with Blueface, that is not a trait of narcissism. That's a trait of BPD, because she feels like her identity is wrapped up in the Blueface, and the fact that he can come in when she has everything built up and then tear it down tells me that is BPD, because she doesn't feel value within herself without him. She wraps her existence upon Blueface, but people didn't agree with me. Let's go.
Ability of the fact that she is choosing to go that route with dealing with him, rather than saying, oh, she has she feel like she don't have no identity without him, because she knows she has identity without him. She knows that she can have her own. She has her own clout without him. She says it before.
She says it.
She knows that.
Somebody can say whatever, but that doesn't mean that's what they believe. But what do you think? What are your thoughts, Barack Drama? What are your thoughts?
I think it's just can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a toxic relationship, man. I think I just think that do they got more than one kid together?
But she's been pregnant. She only have one alive, but she was pregnant several times. He made her abort the child.
Yeah, that's
so. Imagine how she feels that the first time Nivea gets pregnant, that he makes her keep it, right, or lets her keep it, right? But she didn't abort it. So she probably would have had about 5 kids from Blueface if they actually would have had all of the kids.
Oh, the other.
But imagine how much you could love someone to go into the abortion clinic that so much, and allow this person to even convince you to do that. That's something crazy, right? Let's go.
All the time.
That girl is not stupid.
And she
Right, but borderline personality is not stupid though.
But she's not but she's not even borderline personality because the thing that
Harley
attract
Quinn and the
narcissists-
Joker. Harley
But
Quinn. and the Joker.
but the thing that attracts narcissists is not borderline personality, is empathic people. That's what the ones that they take advantage.
Not only empath, they also take advantage of borderline. A lot of borderline are empathetic. They're very empath. Chrisean cried when her sister lost the fucking boxing match last night. Like, she cried. She's empathetic.
Advantage of empaths, and she's not empath. She's very self-centered. She displayed the same characteristics as Blueface. The only different, we got to remember, Chrisean came with baggage of things that she done prior to Blueface, even to setting Blueface up. But we forget that because he's so direct and so upfront. We looking at him. We're not looking at the intentions and the person behind. She carried the spirit with her. When anybody that goes to a Blue Girls Club got something wrong with them anyway. So she was trying to escape the.
Can I tell y'all the symptoms of BPD real quick, and you tell me if she does not show these characteristics? Like, I have it in the back.
Go ahead, read it.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. Okay. So, borderline personality disorder is a mental health condition marked by lasting patterns of unstable moods, behavior, and relationships. All right. Doctors diagnose BPD when a person shows at least 5 of 9 core symptoms: emotional pain, impulsivity, and fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, strong panic or frantic steps to stop real or imagined separation, unstable relationships, quick shifts from extreme love and praise to extreme anger and hate, unclear self-image, sudden change in goals, values, friends, or identity, extreme mood swings, intense bursts of sadness, anxiety, or anger lasting hours, empty feelings, a deep ongoing sense of inner void or boredom. And then the behavior is like, dangerous driving, overspending, binge eating, substance misuse, self-harm, cutting, burning, making threats of suicide.
No, I'm gonna stop you right there, Queen. I'm gonna stop you right there. Chrisean knows exactly what she's doing. She ain't done.
Is it trouble keeping a temper or frequent physical fights?
No, I don't care what you say, Queen. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. Because let me tell you something. Y'all already know I make my reservation. Y'all know we're gonna most definitely talk about it. That girl know exactly what she's doing. She ain't got no borderline nothing. She knows everything that she's doing. She even tells you.
She tells us, right?
A borderline personality can mimic narcissism, and it can be very manipulative. A person with borderline personality can say, "Well, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself."
Yeah,
and
but
then when you don't leave them, okay, you know.
What happened to Trinity? She calmed down.
Yeah, I don't know. She left. I don't know. But I was trying to show that borderline personality is similar. But the thing about narcissism is way more extreme. And I don't think that Chrisean is narcissistic. I believe that she's borderline.
She tells us herself every single time. When she gets on her live, she comes out and say what it is. So
she just got finished saying she is the circus. She said without her, there wouldn't be no circus. She's aware. She said, I'm going.
Harley Quinn believes she's the circus too. I think that you guys misunderstand what borderline is. Borderline is equally as fucked up as a narcissist.
To that baby shower. Yeah, she said, I'm going to that baby shower and he's leaving with me. She knows what she's doing. They played on Junior's name. She said, I'm getting everybody back. She's consciously aware. He's not
exactly what she's doing. And
ain't that what Harley Quinn said? When you pissed her off, she gonna get everybody back. And Harley Quinn was a person with borderline personality. Joker is a person with narcissism. If you actually look at the archetype.
She's vengeful. Yeah. She's very vengeful. So for her to sit here and bring up Jesus' name and she's playing with Jesus, she's playing with God because she's very spiteful. She's very angry because the fact that Blueface didn't give her what he's given Nevaeh. So she is going to do everything in her power to get in the way of that. Why you think she smiled and she was all kiki and cackling when she was at that door? Because she planned that with him and she knew exactly what she was doing. Also, too, this person said,
I think Nevaeh is probably an empath. I believe Chrisean is a BPD, and then I believe that Blueface is a narcissist. And that's the same dynamic that's going on with the Blueface. Natureboy, Velvet, and Malia. Malia being empathetic, Velvet being BPD, Natureboy being narcissistic. And you find this whole thread, even with young Pharaoh. You had Golden, you know, and then the other baby mama. It's the same. It's the same. It's a triad. It's a threesome that happens with all these people. They have like these three main women they deal with, and each of them have like a different disorder.
And this whole act was all a setup. It was a setup to get clicks and views and money. Do y'all agree with that?
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah. But if you look at Harlequin, who's like the actual like her archetype is a person with borderline personality. Doesn't Harlequin know what she's doing?
That's true. Harley Quinn knew what she was doing, but at the same time, I feel like Chrisean is definitely self-aware. My I'm telling you, she's very self-aware. And then for her to sit here, and also too, and we're gonna go back to the beginning, because she likes to she's a hypocrite, right? Because Chrisean will say one thing and then she'll do another thing. And then she'll come back and she'll tell you exactly what she did. She'll tell you exactly what part she played. She'll tell you what she's going to do. And then she'll do it. Right?
A narcissist ain't gonna tell you all that bullshit. That shit is going to unravel. A narcissist, you have no idea until the final scene. Cut. And I've dealt with these people have clearly not dealt with a narcissist before. Because you have no idea what the end game is or what the reason why are you putting me through this? You have no idea. And they will never fucking they'll never tell you. The fact that she's revealing everything, that tells me that she has borderline. Because she probably thinks that he's watching this and then he's gonna like, you know, I'm gonna tell you how I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to one up you, but you ain't one up nothing. You let them know your every move. That's a narcissist is not gonna tell you shit. You're gonna just be like, shit, the shit is gonna hit you. Boom. And you're like, oh my God, this is what's been going on the whole time. You'll have no idea. It's so covert. It's so like what? I thought that you were XYZ person, and then when they finally ripped their mask off, it's like, who the hell? Who are you?
What if neither one of them is like this in real life? It's just an act.
It could be. Well, that means that they're both there. I believe that, like I said, but that's the thing, is that a narcissist is an act. By a BPD is an act. They both are acting. So it doesn't have to be like that. It's, you know, it could be a stage thing. But even the fact that he's allowing, listen, this is how you know it's not all the way an act. She is trying to be a boxer. Right? Somehow Blueface gets into her mind to start hanging out with him. Next thing you know, she is out in the street beating the hell out of another person. Now, anybody with any common sense would know that that is not what you do when you are a professional boxer. Because you could be sued and all type of other things. She's been talking about how much money she's made and this, that, the other off the last boxing. She's made several $1 million. He gave her 10,000. She's telling all of everything. I know more about her finances than I know about mine. She fucking reveals every fucking detail. Blueface don't tell shit. You'll find out later what the true game of it all was. That's the difference between a narcissist and a person that has a BPD. She wants to be known. She is seeking validation. Blueface don't need no one's validation because he, in his own mind, is a fucking star. And everybody's, of course, is in his world. That's the difference. Let's
talk about it. She said that they're copying off of her because she put her mom on the stream. So I don't know.
Right, so maybe Nevaeh is the one that's got a borderline, but narcissistic personality.
That's what I agree with you there. I think Nevaeh may have a little borderline.
Like she don't know who she is. A mental health condition characterized by a lifelong pattern of an exaggerated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive admiration, and lack of empathy for others. to receive a clinical diagnosis. Okay, that's you have to like So non-core clinical symptoms: grandiosity, an inflated sense of self-importance, exaggerating achievements, and expecting to be recognized as superior without proportional merit; fantasies of unlimited success; frequent preoccupation with thoughts of absolute power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love; belief in uniqueness, believing you are special and can only be understood by or associated with other high status people or institutions; need for excessive admiration, requiring constant praise, attention, and validation from those around them to feed on your fragile ego; sense of entitlement, holding unreasonable expectations of automatic favor, treatment, or compliance with their demands; exploitative behavior, taking advantage of others, using relationships to achieve personal goals or advance their own status; lack of empathy, inability or unwillingness to recognize or identify with the feelings, needs, envy, frequently envying others or firmly believing that others are deeply envious of them; arrogant behavior, displaying haughty and snobbish, patronizing, or contemptuous attitudes and manners.
Okay.
That's definitely Chrisean. Remember,
like
she said that.
yes,
it's both of them.
Yeah, they man,
yes, I told you.
Yoke. That's why.
Yes,
why
I
did y'all
told you.
unleash them demons on
Yes,
other
I
people?
told you.
Y'all should have kept them in the box.
Yep. Remember, she said that's what made her go box. She said, "Let me go box."
To her, she said she moved out of the shelter into her own apartment today.
I don't think she got an apartment.
Well, no, she said NBA YoungBoy got her an apartment, and she decided not to take it because she didn't want him to be ruling over her in an apartment. And he said, "Well, why would you not take an apartment from NBA YoungBoy, but you get a tattoo of him on your face? Like, what's up with that?" And she just was stupid and be quiet as hell. And here's the thing: she's also into the Oshun and this, that, deal. Now, I do practice African spirituality, so I know exactly what she's doing, right? Mm-hmm. So she that thing around her neck is an Oshun, so she's initiated priest of Oshun. Yeah. And what she's doing in that closet is that she's summoning Oshun and her ancestors. So I don't know. Blueface better watch out playing with a person that's into that type of stuff, because if she got any ancestors that don't, especially Oshun, when you mistreat or maltreat women, he might have some karma going on that's gonna hit him up. So he need to watch out. She don't got do no witch. But I'll just say this, is that I think that Blueface is an even stronger warlock than she is. That's why he got them all hemmed up. I believe that's why he was laughing about her little altar. He like, if you only knew what magic I'm working with. That's why he laughed about it, you know? But I mean, you can believe it or not, but there's something to it, y'all. What's your final thoughts on this? I'm gonna move to the next story. Go ahead.
I'm not. I see him on social media. I'm not familiar with him. I don't know none of his music, if he's made any. I don't know any of hers. I just see them on social media. So I just wish them the best. Wish the best for the babies, and hopefully they fix the toxicality of the relationship. That's my only thought on that.
Yeah, me too. I think that's really sad to bring a child into that type of environment, and I think that they need to pull it together and stop all the bullshit and other nonsense. But so the final thing I wanted to get into is the situation with Oshay Duke Jackson. Let's get into it, because I really don't have the biggest I don't really like him that much, but there's reasons why. But let's go.
Now, why are you gonna put a black woman when you know the highest recipient of welfare are white people?
This is Oshay Duke
and
Jackson.
So in the video, he's talking about how Trump has made a whole bunch of cuts and stuff like that, to food stamps and shit like that. Well, what's funny is that, the video starts out so sweet and how, oh my God, Trump is doing this and that. And then he turns and it was all like, well, by now you should have been got off of food stamps. You blaming your baby daddy not being there and blah, blah, blah. And why don't you go get a job? And he was talking specifically to black women in that video. So he's still very much full of shit, right? So we get into the conversation when it comes to Oshay and his politics. Again, he lives in Uganda, but he voted for Trump 3 times, right? And I want to go ahead and play a video from Afro Think Tank where he actually interviews Oshay. And I just want to go ahead and get his reasoning for why he voted for Trump 3 times, and then let's discuss it. Here we go. And shout out to Afro Think Tank, by the way.
All right.
Our user
Question number one.
Sure.
How many times did you vote for Donald Trump?
Twice. 3 times.
3 times.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I mean, I've already said it this publicly, but the reason why I voted for Donald Trump, and he's a terrible president. Let's just get that out this time. He's a terrible president. Largely, it's from the dissatisfaction as to what the Democratic Party, in my honest opinion, is doing with the Black community. Because I think largely our community has always been more inclusive of everybody else, where there's, not even just other Black immigrants, but let's say, for example, let's say gay rights, if you want to say that. We've been inclusive of everybody's struggle. And so what I think is that the Black struggle got co-opted by the Democratic Party for everybody else. So now our struggle.
Now, first of all, he lives in Uganda, guys. He doesn't even live in America. He's voting for Trump, but he lives in Uganda. Or now he lives in
American?
He's American, but he lives in fucking Kenya and Uganda. He's not even. Come on now.
Our struggle is transgender. Our struggle is, everybody else that has the issue, the Asian community and stuff like that. And then those groups come in and become more insular, and then they kind of forget about us as a whole, and so we lose leverage. That was my main reason for voting for anybody that was a Republican candidate, had it been him or not. But that was largely what it was. And if you can hear Roland Martin now, he's saying the same thing, word of cannabis. I mean, he's saying the same thing that a lot of folks have been saying. A lot of people have had their criticism of the Democratic Party. So I thought he was basically the lesser of the two evils. Now, am I wrong this time? Oh yeah, I mean, he's a terrible president. That's the truth, and I have to be accountable for that. But I still think that Kamala Harris, when she said on reparations, was not very clear. And I also think that Kamala Harris being married to a non-white person, I think if it was a Black man in her situation, the same people would have been criticizing that Black man for if he had a white wife, and he would never get an endorsement for the Black community like she has.
Okay, so that's the first. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That what you just explained is good for the first time you voted for Donald Trump. Okay, I'll give you that one. But you voted for him 3 more times. The first time you voted for Donald Trump, after that first 4 years, after
thank you for the jewels.
Hundreds of thousands of people died, after he started a campaign to disenfranchise Black people, to tear down Black monuments, to take Black books out of school, you voted for him again.
Yes.
So are you saying that, because the first time it was Hillary, I understand that, we wasn't about to vote for Hillary, right? I understand that thing. But the second time, right, then you had...
By the way, that can be a conversation in itself about voting for Hillary or not. And by the way, I did vote for Hillary, but I just hate that, oh yeah, voting for Hillary was, well, what did we get instead? Kind of like this time, what did we get instead?
Joe Biden, right? You said, you know what? Donald Trump did a real good job the first time. Let me vote for him again. And he lost. And then you said, you know what?
Oh, thank you for
I'm
being
gonna vote
here.
for this motherfucker a third time because he did such an excellent job the first time. And then the 4 years he was out, he did such an excellent job post-presidency. Let me vote him back again. So you did 3 times. But okay, but you explain yourself. I do understand it because the Democrats right now, all right, have taken advantage of the black vote. We all, I think at this point, we all agree on that shit right now, right? Like just now, almost everyone.
Okay, I don't want to make this about Afro Think Tank. I want to go ahead with Oshay Duke Jackson. Shout out to Logic in the chat. What I want to say about this, right, is Oshay voted for Trump 3 times, right? And we can talk about the Democratic Party, which I think there needs to be a conversation. And I did this behind the paywall, and I'm gonna make another video. I promise. I'm gonna make another video. My politics are Black, and a lot of other Black people will agree with that sentiment. Our politics are Black. Our politics are very pragmatic. We understand that the Democrats ain't shit. We know this, right? We know that the Democratic Party has its failures, right? But we also know that the other side does not give a shit about us at all. And when the other side gets in, we see what happens. You know, we talk, the Democrats, they do nothing, right? But then you have the Republicans, they do something. They take shit away from us, right? And so when you look at the situation, and I already knew where it was going because he never called Kamala. He calls her Kamala. So you kind of already can gauge the way that the conversation is going to go based on how they say her name, right? So based off of what he's saying, what was Trump offering black people? Because Project 2025 was not for black people, right? And so now you look at, okay, black unemployment has went up. Over 300,000 black women lost their jobs. A lot of federal workers lost their jobs. Like, were you not thinking, like, hey, if I vote for this man, this might be worse? And we can go ahead and go back to the conversation where he talked about, because I hear this a lot with Barack Obama, and put a 1 in the chat if you hear this. Barack Obama didn't do anything for black people. He just did everything for gay people. Put a 1 if you heard that. Put a 1. Put a 1 if you heard that. I know I'm not the only one who has heard that. Barack Obama did nothing for black people. He only did something for gay people. And it's all like, are we really? Like, they say it so confidently too. And I'm like, y'all, you guys. And that's even layered, right? That's layered too. Because are we going to ignore that when Barack Obama got in there, the Republicans told him that he ain't gonna do shit? Secondly, this kind of goes into Kamala Harris too. When it's a black politician, we want them to do, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't, right? Let's be clear. I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but we expect them to be the most pro-black person ever, right? But we have to realize you have to be pragmatic in the way that you do things. Just like we're pragmatic voters, they have to be pragmatic in the way that they do and facilitate things, because they're already being looked at. Any politician that's black, they're being looked at as like, okay, we know you're going to be on that fuck shit. We're going to throw all these stereotypes and all this shit at you to try to make you, make it harder on them, right? And those accusations are like, oh, all they care about is this and that. Just like you hear the other statement that, oh, there was no racism until Barack Obama came in the picture. Put it 2 if you heard that. Put it 2 if you heard them say, oh, I haven't heard, or there was no racism, or there wasn't all this racial tension until Barack Obama got into office. The reason why there was racial tension is because of the racist. You can't blame black people for racism. We did not invent it. We didn't even invent the concept of race. That was white people. So you try to put the onus on us. But again, and to go back to the whole question about all you do is all he did was stuff for the gay people, right? They're talking about the marriage equality. That's what they're talking about, how he allowed gay people to be married. Because remember in 2008, we had Proposition, well, I'm in California. We had Proposition 8, and it was voted, it got shut down, marriage equality. And then Barack Obama later, I think 2012, that's when he signed it into law. But again, that's what they talk about. And they don't even mention anything about him expanding healthcare, as far as Obamacare and how that actually helped black people. I know for me, when he raised, how it used to be when you were 21, they cut you off from your medical insurance. It was either 18 or 21. I forgot. But he extended it to 26. That benefited me. My dad, it was in a union. So the medical and everything like that, it was fucking amazing. So I was happy that I got to stay on his medical until I was 26. That was a benefit. Who didn't benefit from that? Now, if you want to talk about reparations, that's a different conversation, right? And I'm not trust me, I still want my reparations. Damn it. But to say like the black person is going to come in and then give us reparations Like, there's a lot more that goes into that because we got to make sure that we have the Congress, the Senate, and we got to make sure just because they Democrat don't mean they believe in reparations. We got to put those people into office that believe in reparations, right? And so this conversation about like, oh, you know, the Democrats are only care about gay people, it's nonsense. And where I would agree with them is that our struggle kind of gets tied in with everybody. You know, that's why a lot of us don't like the saying people of color, right? Sometimes I'll use it by chance if I'm talking about something specifically that affects everybody. But if it's in particular, I'll say Black people, and then I'll say people of color, you know, or Black and people of color or something like that, right? But because our struggles do get, you know, lapped in or what am I trying to say, y'all? They get wrapped in with each other, right? So that's why a lot of us hate that term, people of color, because again, stuff like affirmative action, it benefited white women. DEI benefited white women. So it's a lot of the programs and things like that that benefit white women or immigrants or this person, that person. But there is nothing in particular where it says this is for Black people, but we're used as a target. We're used as a target for affirmative action, DEI, welfare, even though we are not the highest recipients of these programs that they say are for Black people, right? So there's a lot of misinformation that just gets thrown out there, you know? And yes, there are Black gay people. Yes, definitely. So again, with this conversation, we don't hold our elected officials accountable once they get into office. So that's why it's easy just for them to do whatever, because we're not saying, hey, remember you promised this, remember you promised that. And then we're not looking into the other factors of like, who's in office, right? Who is there in office? You know, you got to remember about when it comes to the filibuster and all these different other things that keep Democrats from doing certain things.
What's your thoughts, Barack Obama?
I agree with some of the stuff he said, but I'm no fan of his like that. What's his name again? Oshay something?
That's AT2 talking about Oshay Duke Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, he no. I don't agree with like the MAGAs that vote for Trump. I 90% disagree with them. And the Democrats, I guess I could say I 80% agree with them. I don't know if you want to talk politics and which way you voted, but I'm more of an independent. But when you map out everything, I think the Republicans speak more against my interests than the Democrats. So I ride with the Democrats a little bit more.
Right.
What about you?
I don't agree with political parties. I think that it's all bullshit. Let's go.
Be loud about some of this stuff because I don't think people realize how bad it's really going to get. People thought, oh, the reason why the economy and stuff like that because of because of COVID. No, it was Donald Trump because he mishandled it. He's not a man that can actually work well under pressure or when there's a real crisis. Because let's also say this, if we're going to call out Poetic and Oshay for the grift, Donald Trump is grifted. His whole presidency has been a grift. This is why this mofo has made the most money ever since he's been in office. Now, you're not supposed to benefit from being in office. Just like when the stock market was crashing because of the tariffs and all that shit. Remember he said, whatchamacallit? Oh, it's a great time to buy. Yeah, because you crashed the market and now you're telling your rich ass friends to buy. But a lot of people are still looking for work, you guys. I don't think people realize how bad it has gotten. Because if you can either not find a job or you can find a job and they're not paying you what they used to pay you. So what you want?
Honey, I always been
there.
I always been there. I just don't.
No, you don't. But yep, go ahead.
I'll be on your channel. I just be watching from the sidelines and saying stuff. But
What's
I just
up,
wanted to
Genesis?
say
How you
that
doing?
Oshay Duke Jackson is a weirdo.
Mm.
He is
Why you
not
say
someone, bro. Have you seen the videos of how he acts in Africa and how he exploits the African women? Oshay Duke Jackson used to be a passport bro, and he used to be over there with all the African women, exploiting them and all kind of wild stuff. Got kicked out of like I think Kenya or somewhere, had to move. The Uganda had to move to another place. Like I would not take what he said because Oshay Duke be, and then he was going against other people from like that were over in Africa. He was going against this couple T3 and me, and going against that whole couple, just like I mean, saying they were scammers, had people like had like I think they had to do a whole lawsuit about that. Like Oshay Duke is just he just a rage baiter. Like he find out whatever the hottest story is and rage baits on through. So I don't agree with his tactics. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still in Africa. He's not in America. So why
Thank you, DJ Torch.
why is he always talking about things that are going on and talk about what's going on in Africa, sir? Like
that's what I said. I was all like, he's in Uganda. Like, why does he even care? Like, what's going on over here? And I think, and I also mentioned this too, because I feel that the pro-black movement, like, it has became a grift. Like, there's people who really about it. Well, most people who,
but he used to be a part of it too.
Yeah, and the manosphere and everything like that. They just basically move on from different topics and situations and like rebrand themselves as something else. And like we're supposed to forget who they were.
Right. He go over to Africa and then he want to report on everything going on in America from that perspective, but he's not over here, you know? So I think it's like not even fair for him to have left here and then also attacking people that have also migrated to Africa, attacking those people, trying to downtrodden them. And you know, it's just a weird. Then I'm an FBA. It's like, well, you can't be an FBA and then be talking crap about Africa. You're a Pan-Africanist. You done went over there and live over there. So how can you talk bad about Pan-Africanists and about people that's like, you know, talking about Pan-African, but you still over there and you didn't say, okay, well, listen, I'm gonna come back to America and embrace FBA.
Right.
Because the FBA is not trying to leave out of America. They say this is their home, right? So how are you FBA? How you capping for FBA, but you still in Uganda, Kenya, whatever country you in?
Because
you over there protected.
He wants that audience.
Right. Oh, the African audience. Right. That gives him more views. Right. So all this stuff is really about money. Same thing with this whole like Chrisean Rock, all that stuff that's going on. I'm like, dude, I just called Blueface the new Nature Boy. I said Blueface is Nature Boy.
Oh Lord,
you know, all these people are just re thingamajiggies of the same thing over and over again. He want to talk about people in the Pan-African community, but he over there in Africa. So to me, I don't have no respect for Oshay Duke.
Yeah,
and if I'm gonna send you some videos of the stuff that he have done, and not over in Africa, like exploitation wise, like how he was treating them women over there, having them stand up and because before he was anything, he was a passport bro. And if you see some of the videos how he was treating them women, it was terrible. He got kicked out of a whole country. Had to leave.
Oh no shit.
I think he was in Uganda or some country he was in. He had to leave the country. They actually kicked him out because how he was all that stuff, whatever he was doing. So
I
and then he
seeing a video where he had a girl and he was like, you know, slapping her ass or something like that, but I didn't look into it though.
Look into it.
Okay.
You know, because he wanted to talk about Pan-Africanists, but he was over there passport broing. Yeah. And it was all about sex. It was not about like actually marrying one of them. It was 100% like a sexual thing, trying to exploit the women over there. And I can show you video after video, but then he wants to go against people that are over there like healing people, getting awarded awards over there in Tanzania. T3 and me are over there. He tried to make them out to be like that they were scam artists. Anybody that goes over to Africa, he make them to be scam artists, and he's better than them. So
because I have a question. What has he done to improve Uganda or in the continent of Africa? Like what, like, is he building schools? Like, why is he over there? Like, that's something that I don't get clear from him. And maybe because I don't watch every video, like there's hundreds of videos or thousands
I don't
of videos.
see what the hell he's doing, but gossiping online about everything going on in America, like anybody else in Africa. If you actually go on YouTube, right? I mean, my timeline is full of them. It's a bunch of African pages that'll like go on TikTok and they will have all these different things happening, whatever happening with the black folks in America. And he's probably able to like make a good living for himself and live really in a lap of luxury in Africa for that very thing by talking ish about black American people. Right, but then he's over there, you know. So I don't have no respect for nobody that's over there in afar talking ish about what's going on with the black Americans here. I don't appreciate that.
Right. And thank you for this comment too, because I remember Tariq Nasheed had said something like, oh yeah, Oshay I know he's been throwing shots at me, but he don't want to go against me. That's too easy. And then I remember Oshay doing a video, you know, basically saying like, oh, I don't want no problem, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's all like, oh, so you know who to pick fights with and who not to.
Hello, exactly. That's the problem, right?
Listen, nobody on the internet scares me. Like, that's so weird when people are like, oh, I don't want to talk about this person because like these are people on the internet. Like, you scared to talk about them? Like, what the fuck? Like, go ahead, Genesis. I'm sorry.
Look, even listen, Tanya says, yeah, the Africans have made all kinds of compilation channels. That's all that Oshay Duke Jackson. He just took the compilation and all he doing is doing individual stories about what's going on in America without any context of being in America. And so he gets to like live in the lap of luxury over there in Africa. And he ain't trying to really promote people that he wants to downtrodden people that are actually trying to. There was actually a whole thing where people were trying to go to Burkina Faso. He down talked the lady who tried to put that whole thing together. I mean, people that were trying to like leave America and go to Africa. He wanted to like basically he don't want no black people to go over to Africa. He want to be the only one. He on that like level of like just So to me, I don't have respect for that, you know, because you want to be able to live good and be able to do content and live over there cheap as heck and then make money off of YouTube, but you don't want nobody else to. And that to me, and then you passport, bro, and at the same time hooking up with the women and this, that, the other, exploiting the women online. I don't like that. And I will show you information. I will share it to you. You know, it's just messed up. You know?
Yeah, definitely send it to me because I want to take a look at it and then definitely I'll report it back to the people. But what I thought of it, you know, because I'm not saying that you lying or anything like that, but I want to, you know, go in there kind of blind and then actually look at it. But I believe you though. Like I don't think you're lying about that. Like,
yeah, listen. Why would I do that? He's a way big content creator than me. But let me tell you something: is that when I was talking about T3 of me, he came on my channel and gave me some money. But then when he found out that I was like saying that that's not right, how he doing them as a couple, like how he keep making them out to be scammers, I didn't like that, you know, because they're actually over there. His wife is over there, like doing like medicinal stuff, working with the herbs and everything like that. Why are you going to try to take away from what they doing? You don't have to put nobody else down to become great for yourself. But yeah, you steady getting kicked out of countries in Africa. So, like, what are we doing here? So, and then you want to talk crap about what's going on in the United States and be a part of the gossip mill of that don't make us look good, gossiping about all this stuff.
Right. And it's all like, we don't know what you do to improve your community or the people over there in Uganda where you at.
Jack shit. He don't do a goddamn thing. But talk gossip about what we got going on over here. Meanwhile, he living it good over there. Instead of like saying, hey, we all need to come over here and live good like me for $400 a month, whatever he paying for his rent. Like, so I'm not cool with that. I don't like that. So yeah, that's my take on Oshay Duke. He can kick rocks and suck plenty of several D's.
Oh shit.
So that was my take on Oshay Duke. Okay. And if you, I mean, I'm not gonna play it because I don't want him to try to like hit my channel or whatever. But if you get a chance, it's a guy named Nana Kwaku, and he has everything about Oshay Duke. All he do is run down Oshay Duke stuff. Oshay kicked out of Uganda like a stray dog. I don't like to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but can you hear me?
So yeah, Oshay got kicked out of Uganda. Go ahead.
Yeah, that lady was she was right about it. The lady that was on earlier, Trinity or whatever her name was, she was right about. I had heard some back on the other subject for a second. I had heard that some bros was getting off the plane with condoms and they wasn't letting them in the country. She's right about that.
Right, I'm trying to tell you. Why do you think that is? It's because people like him.
No, but me, I ain't never had that
it's a bunch of passport bros that been over there doing the most, right? And so they're the ones, but they don't want nobody to be able to go to Africa. They want, listen, I've heard them say like, bro, I don't want no other African Americans to come over here.
He can't
They'll
tell
move
nobody.
over
He
there
don't own
and
the
they will be
country.
like, we don't want nobody else to come over to here. We want to be the only ones.
Well, you don't want nobody
and be on that bullshit.
You don't want nobody. You don't want nobody. Well, I will say this: you don't want nobody from your that represents you coming to another country, making it bad for you. I agree with that, but you can't tell
child but they're making it bad. They're the ones. It's not even, man, child. Like, you gotta see the man. I wish I had the video where he was up there and how he was doing that young lady.
Yeah,
it was very disgusting, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Go on this guy's page and just watch it. You know, I'm not fixing to like bring it up. I'm gonna tell you where it's at. Go on his page, Nana Kwaku, and it's all the passport bros, all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Are on there. And
yeah,
their
I don't
behavior.
really want to be they got a bad reputation. I don't want to be associated with them. As far as if
Kenya listen, they get kicked out of Kenya. They get kicked out of all these different places.
Well, you don't want to. Well, the thing is, you don't want to go.
12 days ago, Africa has an Oshay Duke Jackson problem, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, you don't. They got to be careful.
Passport goes to Kenya despite warning from Kenyan group. This is the type of shit that's happening.
Yeah, but they got different laws. You don't want to go over there and get arrested and get locked up.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. This is what they're over there doing.
No, I'm saying I'm speaking in general. I'm not really a traveler like that, but as a traveler, the last thing you want to do is get in some kind of trouble with law enforcement in their country.
Right.
And so if they're over there doing, I mean, it's a blessing that they tell them to leave instead of locking them up and then telling them to leave, because their laws are different than over here. So when you travel, you got to be. I don't know if you ever been out the country, and I'm not speaking for you, but if you
I definitely have. But
yeah.
See, but these people are going over there and they're exploitative, and the women are complaining about it.
Yeah, well, I complain. I don't think it's cool. If whatever you're doing, just keep it private. Why you got to publicize it?
Yeah, well, they did. You know, that when they first got over there, they were very much so. So if you get a chance, go ahead on his page. It's called Nana Kwaku. Go look up Nana Kwaku Live and go check it out. I'm not fixing to play it on my channel because I'm damn near on. I'm on the thread. So go watch it. Go check it out. But you know what? I'm about to like, huh?
I would just, if he's American, because that's a weird name. But if he's American, he's not making.
Nana Kwaku he's from Africa. He lives in Africa.
Yeah, but I don't like when black people in general do negative stuff anyway, but especially black Americans.
Well, and when you go on there, you're gonna find plenty negative.
Especially negativity gets sells and gets likes and everything. That's why people do it.
No, that's not what No, it's not just negativity. It's about how people are acting over there in Africa toward these people. But they're not making listen. There's nothing to argue about. Just go ahead and watch it. Watch every video, and you'll see. The shit's not cute. It's not cool in any way.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's called Nana Kwaku. Go ahead and watch this thing. All right,
Yeah,
so
I gotta have time.
When you get a chance, just go ahead and watch his channel right here, Nana Kwaku. Go ahead and watch it. But thank you guys for everything. I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
Much love, guys. Peace out.
Yeah, thanks for letting me up.
For sure. Peace.
Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah, yeah, yeah. See if you believe in the God in you, it's a better place. Creating the force and the power